again in my channel, which includes always a new learning, new technology, new concept, and that in an easy way. So, like if you see here on my channel, a number of the things are here which is related with the concept of like understanding of the general electronics, the different kind of communication system as well as, and meanwhile we have something related to the artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. Meanwhile, we work a lot on the machine learning using the Python. So nowadays, what kind of issues generally find that many of the students as well as the researchers and the authors, those are highly interested in the publication, writing their thesis, writing their dissertation reports, and many of the industrial training reports. Under them, now it is very much important to cite all the references very properly. So under this, today we are going to discuss a very basic tool which is important for writing the references as well as the citation. It happens many times, like if suppose you're looking to find out the a particular concept has been taken from someone, so it is very much ethical and important to just mention its reference, which is extremely important part. So what exactly the process of this one? So here today we are going to discuss basically how the Mendeley can be used for this purpose. So let's discover it more. For what purpose we are looking for? If you go for some research papers and somewhat, there is basically two kind of things. One is called as a citation and another one is basically called its reference. Just take a look of this one. So we move on for this and just taking one example of something. Like suppose I have a certain paper published somewhere, and exactly this paper has a lot of references used to. If we go here and we find it out under this sequence, you would be able to understand that here in this paper, if suppose it is being written here, this number 5 is written, that means this particular sentence has been taken and to be picked up from somewhere which has a certain information given in this reference number 5. And where this reference number 5 is used, if you go to the down of your paper, you would be able to get this is basically that reference from which this information has been taken and incorporated in your thesis or in research paper. So important part, this is really a tedious task if you have a multiple references, just taking like an example of 26, 25, 30 and somewhat you're writing this thesis. Under this situation it might be possible you have so many references to be used, and putting all these references in your paper and giving at the appropriate bit, it's a very tedious task. So here with the help of this Mendeley software, we are going to make it so much easy for us. So let's begin with this. First of all, it is very much important that you should go first with the desktop version of the Mendeley. How you can go for? So that's very simple. Go in your browser, and in your browser you have an option to create an account. So first of all, if you have not created any account, you can create this account using this tab. It's a very simple process. Like the others kind of a different portals, we create an account. This is absolutely free account. So this is basically provided by basically elsewhere, and it is giving you a facility to create an account. I have already created my account and here I'm signing in. So once you are just getting it signed, here, so you have a chance to see your own profile and other things related with this one. Similarly, you have the option to download your Mendeley, so you can easily go for your desktop version. Here, if you see, you can download your desktop version, and once you download, start the process, you would be able to get this kind of an icon on your desktop. Now, once they open this one, you will be able to get such kind of a desktop screen in which you have an option to get all these. So here you can create an add button, and with the help of this add button you can use the particular paper from which publication paper from which you want to get the things. Suppose that I have just chosen, which is somewhat stored in my desktop, this paper, and I'm just simply connecting this paper over here, which is to be included. Once it is there, you may find it out. So well, this paper is here. You wanted to see is it the right paper, so you have a preview option to check it out. So this paper is here. Now what is basically the task? The important task is here, you can include as many papers as you want to use in your basically thesis or in your research paper, or specifically when you are writing a review paper, then it's very much important. So you may have as much of paper as you want, but it is providing a limited space to you, which is 2 GB. So it is always advisable, if suppose you have certain papers which are not required right now, just put them out. So if suppose I'm just taking here a few papers, and those papers are required in my certain research and that are important. Just take an example how this particular is going to help me. So if suppose I'm writing simply a review paper and I'm finding this abstract is very good for me. So if suppose I'm copying this abstract and using a simple Word file, pasting it, that's fine. So now this is basically a copied content from a certain research paper. Now important part, this content has to be remodified as far as the plagiarism is concerned. So you just rewrite according to you in your sentence, but this content has been taken from that particular reference. So now the terms comes, so you have basically here the home, insert, design, references, and all these sections are here. So here you have to go for these references, and before going to this, you just check it out whether in your Word this plugin is available or not. If you don't have, then you can easily type in Chrome browser you can easily go for Chrome Web Store, and while you just have a Chrome Web Store, you may search Mendeley plugin. So you may get like this one. This is basically a Mendeley web importer. So this can be downloaded from here, and this is basically called as an extension. Once you go for this, you just download, and immediately this will be integrated with your MS Office Word. And once it will be integrated, you may find this one on here under the reference section. So see, the important part, you must have this integrated section of this Mendeley. So once you have here, now you copied, you just removed all the plagiarism and you have just rewritten in your own language. Now this is a time to cite this, because you have just taken information from some resources. So just cite this reference. So you have to go for citation. Here it will provide you the library which is already being connected on your Mendeley desktop. So you just check what was the title of that particular paper that you have just taken. So you just find it out and see what was that. So it was simply reconfigurable compact size fractal antenna. So you may just get a little one copied here, or if you remember about that, you can easily put it itself So you just go for insert citation, reconfigurable. It will show you the options from which you have just taken up. So if suppose I have just taken up this from here, I am giving this, and finally this one. So if you see here, a simple option will come up which shows you formatting citation. Now this is giving you option if you go for what kind of a style you wish to use, whether it is an IEEE style and some different kind of a publication, and the more style can be added as per your requirement. So if suppose I am choosing this IEEE, so this gives like this one. So here this citation is here. Now if suppose you have a multiple type of such contents, you can use like that and keep on citing them. Once you finish up your task, at the end you need to give all these references here, and there you just go for, and finally it is a task to insert all kind of a bibliography. So here we are going for this one. So see how much simple it is. We go for this insert, we are just putting it up here, entering, and I'm inserting. So that's so nice. So if you go for, you will be able to find out that P.P. Singh and S.K. Sharma has written something in this paper which was published in some propagation of electromagnetic research in the volume C, and that information has been taken from here and cited as one. Similarly, just take another example. If suppose I have chosen some another way taken from this one, a trident shape. And from this, if suppose I have just taken something that I have copied, and finally here I'm inserting citation, and which is somewhat related with the compact. So many compacts are here. So let's take any one of them. Corner truncated, let's see. I have taken this again. And finally formatting citation, I don't require the same one, so this is the same taken as the IEEE. Now it is a time of references. If you see here, automatically it is providing that facility to you to keep on giving all the references as per the IEEE format. So that makes your task so much easy. So just take an example. If you are going to review 50, hundreds, 150, 300s of papers related with your thesis, chapter, or somewhat your BTech project, or related with your MTech dissertation, or simply writing a review paper, or writing a research paper in which you required 15, 20, 30 number of the research papers to be included as a references and citation. So that is going to make your task very much easy. Now just take care about that. Do not only copy and paste data, read it, think it, write it in your own language, and then utilize the benefit of the Mendeley. So take care about that. Hope so you all might be comfortable of using this Mendeley desktop. Integration of this Mendeley with Microsoft Office, and as well as creation of this account on the Mendeley. Mendeley itself providing a large database related with the other research things. So that we will discuss in the next videos later on. Meanwhile, if you have any query, any confusion related with this one, you can share your queries in comment box. Thank you very much.